Grand Rising Soul Fam. So I am coming from the eternal now to share a message from the Tao Oracle by Ma Deva Padma. And the reason that I like to share these messages, especially while we're collectively navigating through the energies, is because I like to perceive and share the imagery of us moving through this big giant cosmic clock. So every day we have a sun sign. We have a sun that's going to take 28 days to move through its signs. We're going to experience the flavor of an archetype for about 28 days. Within that, we're going to have a couple different moon cycles. We're going to have a new moon. We're going to have a full moon 2 weeks apart from one another. We're also going to have a rotation of the moon that's happening every 2 to 3 days, or we're going to shift through all the signs of the zodiac to go around that clock. So when we look at the sun, we look at the moon, we look at where they are geographically in the calendar, we can also link it to frequencies. This is what we do when we study the gene keys, human design, the I Ching, the Tao. And so today I wanted to share a little bit about the cosmic energies that we're in right now. So today, sun sign of Pisces, moon sign of Aquarius moving into Pisces. Tomorrow we have the new moon in Pisces, which means that the moon has gone void. This is a deep reflective portal for the Pisces archetype. So we're really thinking, we're dreaming a new dream. We're being tender with all the things that are coming up for us. So one of the things about Pisces is this is the last sign in the zodiac. So we're about to have the equinox. We're about to come out with Aries, this fire sign, this momentum, this actual rebirth into a new year. So on the calendar that many of us had adopted through patriarchy and consumerism, we look at the calendar year beginning on January 1st. A lot of us don't feel that astrological alignment because it's simply not the real calendar year. When we have the equinox and we birth into spring, that's when we feel the fire, that chi that ignites us. Right now, many of us are very much still in that winter season, planting the seeds for what we want to give birth to in the spring. This is what happens with the Pisces new moon. So I wanted to share a little bit from the Tao around this gene key, this I Ching, this hexagram that we're in, which is hexagram 37. According to the gene keys, it's the shadow of weakness, the gift of equality in the city, or the divine expression of tenderness. According to the I Ching, 37 is the family, is the hexagram. So a couple keywords is heredity, blood bonds, kindred spirits, ancestry, home life, community, intimate relationships, our human family. So oneness in the spirit of Pisces season. So here we go. We are all members of one human family, faced with constant threats to their survival. Our ancestors, black, red, yellow, and white, developed family and tribal bonds. Clans, tribes, nations have fought one another down the ages to protect themselves and further their bloodlines, customs, and beliefs. Now, as a species, we've finally reached a threshold. We can no longer afford to base our relationships on factionism and non-cooperation. If we remain entrenched within our collective inheritance of aggression, fear, and separation, we'll bring to a standstill life as we know it. We have the intelligence to learn from our shared past and create a better world for our children to inherit. Each of us carries the seeds of that future buried deep within our hearts and in our dreams. Lasting change can be made, but only through our collective commitment to clear up the mistakes of the past. This process requires not only tolerance of our differences, but a genuine willingness to work with them. Initially, these are shaky, challenging steps to take, but they are made easier when we focus on our commonality rather than our dissimilarity. The effort is more than worth it, for the leap in consciousness that will occur when we leave the negative legacy of history behind will transfigure the entire earth and all that lives on it. Taking responsibility for playing your part well means making a conscious choice to increase your awareness. Only then can you avoid repeating the mistakes of the past. Listen to others and be respectful of differences, but stay alert to any factionalism, comparison, or segregation. Shift the attention toward creating and strengthening mutual support rather than rehashing old, worn-out patterns of perception and reaction. If you live by what you say, you will be respected for it, and the integrity of your actions will speak for itself. Cross-culturally, a variety of predictions have stated that the dawn of a new age would arrive near the onset of the 21st century. That critical juncture is now. Crossing the threshold into the now means leaving behind our deeply ingrained fearfulness of others and of nature in general. The best place to start is at home with your own familial relationships. It's virtually impossible to separate the attitudes we have toward our family members, friends, and neighbors from the way we approach society in general. The power plays we indulge in at home behind closed doors are no different from those that cause division among the nations of our world. Fully realizing that our longings, hopes, and dreams are a universally shared bond is a giant step in the direction of healing ourselves. By starting right where you are, you can profoundly affect positive change by eliminating your own tendencies toward creating separation, seeking control, or manipulating others. It's high time to let go of the belief that creating pain and discord improves our lives or makes us safer. Creating a difference now begins with you. So now we have the 6 changes. You may identify with one or maybe 2 of these, or may see them as a stepping ladder that you're constantly ascending. Bottom line, line 1. Just as there is a need for form and structure within a blood family, so too there must be form and structure to create cohesiveness within any group or society. When each individual shares in the responsibilities, all can benefit from the success. Unless everyone understands at the outset what is required of them, however, chaos will reign. Line 2. Take care to stay with the work that's right in front of you. If you stick with it, you and everyone else will benefit. But if you become distracted or try to push matters along, you'll create trouble for all, especially yourself. Line 3. A lax attitude at home or at work is creating an undercurrent of permissiveness, creating the opportunity for certain individuals to take more and more for granted. It's essential to take a firm stand now, or matters will soon spin out of control. Be sharp and clear and decisive. If your method is overly forceful, it might wound others. But even that is preferable to ignoring the problems and everyone else suffering for it later. Line 4. Enjoy times of plenty, but don't forget to maintain the fundamentals that created the abundance in the first place. It's a good idea to create healthy habits for the maintenance of well-being while times are this sweet. This will enable you to maintain centeredness when the going gets tougher. Line 5. Others look to you for guidance and support and respect you for your natural warmth and strength of character. A growing atmosphere of trust and well-being is being nourished by your care, but it's important to remember your own needs as well. And top line, line 6. At the end of the day, it's the guy at the top who's held accountable for the successes or failures of the group. If you faithfully walk your talk without compromising your truth or your vision, others will be supportive and there will be progress. So this Gene Key is about ascending beyond the family karma, letting go of the ancestral patterns of toxic relating and stepping into the new, seeing the diversity and the authenticity, the uniqueness of each one of us as our strengths. Sending you so much love this week. Namaste.